This is a quick iPhone video of two new masters I painted. One is Mcmourning. This was a first for me in many ways, because I use that kind of flick effect where you mix in a bit of blood red and then a little bit of black with it, and make it slightly watery on a paintbrush, and then just run your finger and flick it against the model. So here it makes him look like he's got a coat that has had blood splatter from one of his terrible operations. The second first was I've noticed all these really expensive but very cool looking bases made of resin, and I thought, well, hang on a second, if you look at my kind of outpost Malifaux cowboy town, it's all made up with those kind of planks, and I thought, well, it'll fit into my models to have, into my scenery to have models with the base made out of the coffee cup sticks, you know, the ones you get from Starbucks, just cut up and then painted with not Games Workshop, but art store paints like that. That's from W.H. Smith, burnt sienna. Great stuff that it is. The hair's slightly red rather than brown, but you know, he's a bit of a loon, so might as well keep up the motif. This is Leviticus. I know nothing about him, but having played a game, having played my fourth game with Seamus and got my ass kicked, such that I didn't even get the opportunity of using the avatar, I think I should perhaps move on. This is in keeping with what I did with Warhammer, whereby I played with Orcs and Goblins, always lost. Bought Warriors of Chaos team, Warriors of Chaos army, always lost. And then bought an Empire army and continued to lose, but of course blamed it on the change of army. So I'm doing the same in Malifaux. I painted this guy whilst listening to A History of Post-War by Tony Judd, talking about de Gaulle and post-war France, so I decided to paint him in kind of slightly French revolutionary colours. The red's on his wand, which I didn't do very well. So he looks quite fun. The advantage of him model-wise is you can select, you know, any construct, any undead model, so that'll be fun. That'll be a lot of fun indeed. Though he strikes me as very hard to play with. I mean, every time you do anything with him, he gets a wound, and you've got to keep doing complicated things to get the wounds back. So I'm not sure how that will work, but it'll be fun. And this is Der Schwarze Hans, who is a long-range sniper, and he looks quite tough actually for reading his card. Basically, you've got a trigger of headshot, so you know, if you get it to work, I can't remember if it's a spell or a trigger, but you know, you can kill the model unless the other guy discards 2 cards or 2 soul stones, and it's quite a long range weapon at 16 inches, so that'll be quite fun. The model looks like it was crafted by Werner Glocker to me, just by looking at him and how it looks. That kind of slightly round face. The other thing is, I think I did a decent job on the black by not doing too much of a job on the black. You know, just 2 layers of highlights and a few washes in the recesses. And I tried to get a bit of gold braiding done on the butt of the weapon. And I was quite pleased with how the glasses came out. And I did a little bit, but not as good on the range sights. I also managed to bugger up his cigar, because I think I cut off the fuming bit because I thought it was flash. Anyway, there you go. And in terms of what's on the workbench, for Leviticus, that's going to be the Guardian. That's Ryle, the Guild Pawn. He looks quite cool and scary. Oh, green stuff needed. Oh yes, and of course, I also painted 2 pooches, but they're not really anything to write home about. I glazed them too much as well. Oops.